From the sonic depths of today's music scene emerges AY YOLA, an artistic collective whose proposal defies conventions and redefines contemporary soundscapes with unmatched freshness and audacity. In the recent musical landscape, AY YOLA has established itself not only as a group, but as an immersive sensory experience, a melting pot of influences that converge into a unique and constantly evolving sonic identity. Their most recent trajectory has been marked by a series of live performances that have left an indelible mark on the memory of those who have had the opportunity to witness them, as well as by a constant flow of creative activity that manifests in new productions and collaborations. The band, whose backbone is rooted in experimentation and the fusion of genres, has managed to capture the attention of a diverse audience, eager for proposals that transcend pre-established formulas. Their concerts, far from being mere interpretations of their themes, have become energetic rituals where improvisation plays a crucial role, allowing each performance to be an unrepeatable experience, a real-time dialogue between the musicians and the audience. In recent months, AY YOLA has toured various stages, from renowned international festivals to intimate clubs that resonate with the authenticity of their proposal. Their participation in the Global Sound Festival in the city of Amsterdam was a highlight of their recent itinerary. At this prestigious event, they shared the stage with some of the most influential figures in contemporary music, presenting a setlist that included both well-known tracks and previews of their upcoming record material. Specialized critics highlighted their ability to fuse elements of experimental electronics with ancestral rhythms and evocative vocal melodies, creating an atmosphere that transported attendees to unexplored soundscapes. The energy emanating from the stage was palpable, with a dynamic interaction between analog and digital instruments, ethereal sonic textures, and rhythmic pulses that invited both movement and introspection. Their appearance at the Live Arts Festival in Buenos Aires also left a significant mark. In this vibrant cultural context, AY YOLA offered a series of concerts in different spaces throughout the city, adapting their proposal to the uniqueness of each venue. From a performance in a restored old theater, where the acoustics highlighted the subtleties of their arrangements, to an open-air show in an emblematic park, where the connection with nature merged with the organic quality of their sound. In each performance, the band demonstrated their versatility and their deep connection with the Latin American audience, incorporating nuances and rhythms into their music that resonated with the local cultural identity. In addition to their presence at large-format festivals, AY YOLA has maintained a constant connection with their fans through performances in smaller clubs and concert halls. These intimate spaces allow them to experiment with new ideas, try different arrangements, and establish a more direct dialogue with the audience. Their recent series of concerts at the legendary Underground Sounds Club in Berlin became an open secret within the city's alternative music scene. Each night, the club filled with an eclectic audience, drawn by the promise of an extraordinary sonic experience. In these performances, AY YOLA explored darker and more experimental musical territories, using improvisation as the main tool to blur the boundaries between genres and create moments of collective catharsis. Visual interaction also plays a fundamental role in AY YOLA's live performances. Their shows are often accompanied by abstract visual projections, light shows that intensify the atmosphere of each track, and a meticulously crafted stage design. This synergy between the auditory and the visual contributes to creating an immersive experience that goes beyond simple musical listening. Each concert becomes a complete sensory journey, where the different elements intertwine to generate a profound impact on the viewer. AY YOLA's activity is not limited to the stage. In recent months, the band has been working intensely on the production of their new album, a work that promises to further expand their sonic universe and consolidate their position as one of the most innovative proposals on the current scene. Although the specific details of the album have been kept secret, it is known that it will feature collaborations with artists from various fields, which anticipates an even greater richness of textures and diversity of influences than in their previous works. Parallel to the production of their new material, AY YOLA has participated in various collaborative projects that demonstrate their restless spirit and their openness to experimentation. They have worked with visual artists in the creation of immersive installations where music becomes a central element of the experience. They have also collaborated with contemporary dance companies, composing original soundtracks that complement and enrich the narrative of the choreographies. These interdisciplinary collaborations not only broaden the scope of their work, but also allow them to explore new forms of expression and connect with diverse audiences. Their commitment to sonic exploration has led them to participate in artistic residencies in different parts of the world. These experiences provide them with the opportunity to immerse themselves in new cultural environments, to interact with local musicians and artists, and to incorporate new influences into their music. They recently completed a residency at an experimental art center in Iceland, where they were inspired by the volcanic landscapes and the dreamlike atmosphere of the island to create new material that will surely be part of their next work. AY YOLA's presence in the digital realm is also notable. Through their social networks and streaming platforms, they maintain constant communication with their followers, sharing fragments of their creative process, announcing their upcoming performances, and offering exclusive content. Their profiles have become a meeting place for a community of listeners who share their passion for experimental music and innovative artistic proposals. In addition, they've ventured into the world of streaming concerts and virtual experiences, seeking new ways to connect with their audience in a globalized and constantly changing context. Their recent participation in an online electronic music festival was particularly praised for the quality of the production and the originality of their visual proposal. In short, AY YOLA's recent activity reflects a moment of intense creativity and expansion. Their live performances continue to be the epicenter of their proposal, offering unique and unrepeatable sensory experiences. Their work in the studio promises new sonic explorations and surprising collaborations. Their commitment to experimentation and the search for new forms of expression consolidates them as one of the most interesting and relevant voices in the contemporary music scene. Paying attention to AY YOLA's next moves is, without a doubt, an invitation to immerse oneself in a constantly evolving sonic universe where innovation and authenticity are the fundamental pillars. AY YOLA's sonic narrative is woven with threads from multiple origins, creating an auditory tapestry that defies easy categorization and embraces the complexity of contemporary influences. Their music is a constant dialogue between the organic and the electronic, between tradition and avant-garde, between melancholic introspection and rhythmic explosion. In their most recent compositions, a deepening in the exploration of sonic textures, greater sophistication in the arrangements, and a maturity in the overall conception of each piece can be perceived. Layers of sound overlap and intertwine, creating dense and enveloping atmospheres that invite active and contemplative listening. The electronic elements, which have always been an integral part of their sound, acquire greater subtlety and complexity in their recent work. They are not limited to the creation of danceable rhythms or strident effects, but are organically integrated into the sonic fabric, contributing textures, landscapes, and a sense of digital immersion. Modular synthesizers, effects processors, and digital manipulation tools are used with a sensitivity that seeks expressiveness and innovation beyond mere technical demonstration. In contrast to this electronic aspect, the presence of acoustic instruments remains fundamental to AY YOLA's proposal. Guitars with unusual sonic treatments, ethnic percussions that evoke ancestral rhythms, string instruments that provide evocative melodies, and voices that move between a whisper and a lament intertwine with electronic sounds, creating a dynamic balance and a sense of cultural hybridization. This combination of diverse elements is one of the band's most distinctive hallmarks, allowing them to connect with a broad and heterogeneous audience. The lyrics of their songs, when present, are often cryptic and poetic, suggesting rather than declaring, leaving space for personal interpretation and emotional connection. They address themes such as identity, memory, connection with nature, and the search for meaning in an increasingly complex world. The voice, often treated with effects that blur or transform it, becomes another instrument within the soundscape, contributing to the creation of atmospheres and transmitting emotions through its timbre and modulation. In their recent concerts, AY YOLA has presented new compositions that evidence an evolution in their sound. A greater attention to the narrative structure of each track is perceived, with more elaborate developments, surprising changes in dynamics, and moments of climax that release accumulated tension. Improvisation remains a key element, but is integrated more organically within the structure of the songs, allowing spontaneity to enrich the composition without blurring its form. The band has also explored the incorporation of new instruments and sonorities into their palette. In some of their recent performances, the presence of unconventional wind instruments, samples of found sounds, and field recordings could be heard, adding a telluric and evocative dimension to their music. This openness to experimentation and the incorporation of unexpected elements is a sign of their constant search for new forms of expression. The critical reception of AY YOLA's recent work has been generally very positive. Critics have highlighted their originality, their ability to fuse genres coherently, and their innovative stage proposal. They have been described as a band that challenges the limits of contemporary music and offers a stimulating and enriching auditory and visual experience. Their music has been categorized as unclassifiable, which is considered a compliment in a musical landscape often dominated by pre-established formulas. The public has also responded enthusiastically to their live performances and new productions. AY YOLA's community of followers has grown steadily in recent months, attracted by the authenticity of their proposal and the intensity of their concerts. Social networks and streaming platforms have become spaces where listeners share their impressions, debate the possible interpretations of their music, and express their admiration for the band. This active engagement of the public is a testament to the impact that AY YOLA is generating on the current music scene. In the current context of the music industry, where oversupply and homogenization are constant challenges, AY YOLA's proposal stands out for its uniqueness and its courage. They do not conform to current trends, but rather chart their own course, exploring uncharted sonic territories and challenging listener expectations. Their music is a reflection of the complexity and diversity of the contemporary world, a fusion of cultural and technological influences that results in a unique and personal sound. Their commitment to experimentation and innovation makes them a fundamental band for understanding the new directions that music is taking in the 21st century. Ultimately, AY YOLA presents itself as an artistic collective in full creative effervescence, whose recent work is a testament to their restlessness, their talent, and their vision. Their concerts are immersive experiences that transcend mere musical listening, and their studio production promises to continue surprising and challenging the limits of sonic creation. Staying attuned to their trajectory is witnessing the evolution of one of the most original and stimulating proposals of the current music scene, a sonic journey that invites constant exploration and discovery. Their ability to connect with the public through emotion and atmosphere, beyond the conventions of traditional pop and rock, is what distinguishes them and consolidates them as a creative force to be reckoned with in the global musical landscape.